Alright, well, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the final draft. Now, all I did was take my rough draft, so far. I copied it and I pasted it under my final draft. Now, I only expect you to turn in your final draft. This, keeping it in a Google Doc, is for reference so that you can see what the steps of writing are. Okay? So let's get right to it. First thing I'm going to do is delete my headings because they're not really needed for my writing. They were just to organize things. Okay. And then I'm going to leave, this is the format I like, just a double space between paragraphs. Okay. So rather than have you watch me do this, I just told you what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm gonna pause. Okay, so now that I have gotten rid of my headings, I'm just gonna make this full screen. I've gotten rid of my headings. It looks better. All right. So we're going to go to the next item on the list, and I've given you written instructions right here that you can refer back to. So revise your rough draft each of the 5 paragraphs. So I'm going to make sure that I have 5 paragraphs. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have quite a few more paragraphs than needed, but that's okay. I like to split things up. So, wasting your visa. Okay, this paragraph should be with the previous because it's the same idea. Yeah, we're gonna get to this, and I'll show you why this is a problem. It just doesn't look very good. So that makes it 6 paragraphs. What else do I need to mold together? That's my conclusion. 1, 2, 3. Okay, where does this go? Pay someone's cheat me. Okay, this should be part of this paragraph. It's the same, under the same reason. Okay, so I have 5 paragraphs. Alright, so that's the first one. They're surrounding the same main idea for each one. Okay. Proper syntax. Now, I should really put this later. What is more important? You need to make it an easy, let's do this, an easy and comfortable read first before you start doing periods, because you might be deleting sentences, changing things pretty dramatically. That's called global revision, so you focus on this one. Transitions, other languages that is lacking that you need in there. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do next. And to do that, I'm just going to read the thing out loud and see if it's comfortable. Rather than read it to you, I want you to read your own, and even read it to somebody else. If it's comfortable, then you don't have to make any changes. If it's not comfortable, then you should reorder things. Alright, I wanted to show you this. This is a perfect example of language that is not very comfortable. Okay, so my last sentence of my first paragraph, doing things myself rather than relying on experts, has helped me to cultivate the most valuable skills I have, the ability to work and to be independent. Okay, so I've introduced the topic, but then I suddenly say I can save money because I don't have to pay someone, and they're are many who would cheat me if they have a monopoly in that area. Well, the reader is thinking, well, what does saving money have to do with doing things yourself? Okay, so you're just gonna say to introduce this paragraph, you're gonna say doing things yourself, or myself, I'm speaking in first person. Doing things myself helps me save money. I can save money because I don't have to pay someone, and there are many who would cheat me if they have a monopoly in that area. Okay, so notice how I connect the two. Okay, this is talking about doing things myself, and this is talking about saving money. So doing things myself helps me save money. So I show in my transition here how the two are connected. All right, that's what a transition is. It just shows the common ground between the paragraphs so that the reader isn't lost and they're like, well, how did we get to Peter Rabbit? Like, I don't know how that transition worked. Anyway, just wanted to show you that. I'll probably show you the next one too. Now, I want to talk a little bit about point of view. Point of view is the perspective from which the story is told. This essay is written from my perspective because most of my evidence, most of my reasons and supports come from me because I'm an expert on the subject that I'm talking about. It may be that you aren't an expert in your subject, so you may have to write in the third person. I used I, me, my a lot. You might use he, she, or it. That's third person. I do use the second person, which is you, your, at the end, right here. I urge you to consider the benefits of learning and doing things independently and try it out. Let's see. Try it out in your own life, right? So it is okay to use first person and second person in the same place. It's not such a good thing to use it in the same clause. You use one or the other in the same clause. That's a stylistic thing that's worth mentioning here. Okay, next to the, let's see, did this one, not that one, comfortable read, did that. 5 paragraphs. I checked for proper syntax, punctuation, spelling, capitalization. Let's see if I have an attention getter. I believe it should be right here. Did you know that most people are handy? Yeah, almost everyone has 2 of them. That's a joke. It's humor. It's an attention getter. Okay, so I have an attention getter. And a thesis. Do I have a thesis? Doing things myself rather than relying on experts has helped me cultivate the most valuable skills I have. No, right here. I believe that it is better to do things myself rather than rely on others to do everything for me. That and this right here, these sentences are my thesis. So yes, I have a thesis. 2nd through 4th include reasons and support that support the thesis. Oops, that's the wrong one. So is that. So let's see. Doing things myself helps me save money. I can save money because I don't have to pay someone, and okay, so that's a reason, right? And then all this evidence. Okay, so yes, I have evidence. Reason number 2, rather than spending money on something that doesn't endure, I'm spending money on tools. Okay, part of my Self-improvement means I cultivate a mindset that I'm an agent. I feel more confident and happy. I need to tie this back to the thesis a little better. Furthermore, when I labor myself, I improve myself. This really should go here. Let's see how it looks here. Come on, work with me. A person purchases some labor, someone is not tangible. Furthermore, when I labor myself, I improve myself. Part of my... Yeah, that works. This ties back to the thesis better, so there's my reason. So yes, I have reasons. And transitions, yes, I went through and I found that my language is easy and comfortable to read. My last paragraph restates my thesis. Let's see. Doing things myself will help me save money, accumulate assets, and become more independent. Did I actually talk about becoming independent? I really should be become more happy, really. Through independence. Okay. Call to action. Let's see if I've got it. I urge you to consider the benefits of learning and doing things independently and try it out in your own life. So there's my call to action. So I have everything. At this point, I'm going to read through it one more time. And this would be the point when I would submit my essay after I've read it. Okay. I don't know how long. Let me just check how long. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and read this whole thing to you. If you don't want to listen, that's fine, but it may give you an idea of what's expected. Did you know... Oh, I almost forgot. I need a title. The title should be centered. Do it yourself. Do it yourself is best. Okay, that's my title. And I'm just going to add that to our assignment here. Make sure you have a title. Tile. 1 point. Okay, so it's going to be out of 13. Okay, so I'm going to Purdue OWL. This is the reference that I use for citation. Let's go to research and citation. We're going to go to MLA style. Probably this one, formatting and style guide. I want to figure out how to cite a website or electronic source. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. This is what it looks like. Author. Title in quotes, title of container, self-contained if book, other contributors, translated or editors, version, edition, number, publisher, publication date. Holy freak, that's really difficult. When citing an entire website, follow the same format as listed above, but include a compiler name. Well, this is basic style. I'm just going to use their generator because this is really not my thing right now. So we're going to start with this guy. Copy and paste and cite. Let's see what it comes up with. 429. What does that even mean? We couldn't find this source in our library. Consider your source's credibility. Okay, so it didn't work. Bummer. Crazy. Alright, so I guess we're gonna have to go back to here and let me pause this really quick. Okay, I just wanted to show you something really quick. Like we reviewed in class, you have to do a hanging indent. It's kind of hard to do it in docs, but I'm going to show you anyway. You can highlight your paragraph, drag this whole thing over a 1/2 inch, but then drag this thing back a 1/2 inch. That's how you do a hanging indent, folks. Alright, and I just highlighted and pasted the whole template just so that I can make reference to it. I'll delete it later. So I'm gonna go back to my sites and I'm gonna just see where. Okay, so we have the authors. Zing, these I can't really pronounce these names. Oh look, download citation. Can I do that? Let's see. I want citation, type of file, plain text. Oh, it's not gonna let me just highlight it, huh? It's an APA format. Shoot. It's okay. This is extra credit anyway. But we'll have the same information. We can easily change things over. I think the publication date goes at the end. And actually this isn't a website citation, so you know what, I am going to give you permission to just modify your citation and put your link at the end here, because that's easier and I'm not that big of a stickler. Nor do I really care what style you do, so long as the author's last name is here and the link is there. So I'm going to say works cited or reference list, so you can do it in APA or MLA. Ref. Yep, we're creating our own style, folks. And then you're going to put this right here. Boom. Copy. And since you have the link, you're going to replace. Boom. Right there. And period, according to MLA, and I do want you to practice this, should go after the parenthesis. Should have space like there. So zing refers to this guy right here. Okay. So I'm going to pause after, and I'm going to do all my citations, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is going to be my works cited page. It is not perfect, and I don't expect perfection from you. I just wanted to illustrate the point that the writing piece looks a lot better with the links not in them. Okay, it's a lot less conspicuous to have just the author's last name, and in this case the first word of the title, because I didn't have an author, so I just put confidence there, so that if the reader wants to know where you got your sources, you gave them a map, right? And it's not super distracting. Okay, if you're doing an online article though, you can just embed the link to the source, right? Or the cached page, which I don't really know much about, but I know you can do it. So I think that's all. Yeah, if you have questions, email me, and good luck.